Here we are at the Filipina Fiesta, 1991, June 9th, 1991. Here we are at the site of the Kalua pig. Right now they're cutting it up. They buried the pig last night at 9 in the evening and just dug it out. Right now they're just separating the meat from the fat and chopping it up into little pieces. We go over here to the left, down into where they buried the pig, and notice that they have the looks like mesquite, charcoal, and rocks, and then they wrapped it up in the wire, and then they buried it in there. How's it taste, Polly?
Good. Crispy.
All right, turn this on. Is it on now? Okay, this is Betty Waichaki. She's one of our original members of the Filipino community here in Fulton, California, in Sonoma County. And we're just going to ask Betty today, you know, how has it been since the beginning of the Filipino organization? What are the changes that you've seen, Betty?
Well, basically we're talking about the fiesta today. I think this is going to be the best. I can see a lot of people, and there's a lot of work done with younger members coming into the community all the time. I think it's going to be great, and we look forward to greater things.
Thank you very much. I have to say that Betty Waichaki has single-handedly almost every year made sure that this was pulled off right. Thank you, Betty.
Thanks.
Especially with those raffle tickets.
Yeah, right.
Okay, this is the luau, 300-pound pig that's been cooking since 9 o'clock last night. It's 11 o'clock in the morning right now, about 11:20. And the person responsible for this is Lono. Lono?
Hi, everybody.
Hi there.
All
Lono,
right.
tell us about how this is done in Hawaii. This is the authentic guy who does this professional luau all over Sonoma County. Can you tell us the way you did this last night?
Well, baby, it took a lot of hard work on this. The whole of it was big. Then all I have to do is put it together with the wood and the inner rock, if you can turn over there, right there, that pit. But then I put the pig in later after that thing became, real hot, like a lava flow.
Oh.
And then I got the chicken wire done along with all those letters to prevent the fire from not getting the pig real cooked, real black. So that was the whole story about that end. And that's why you see this pig right on this table, like how we're doing it right now, to shred it up to make people eat it very biteable. And you don't want to give them like a big piece.
Is it very tasty? Did you season it and everything too? Look at that.
Yeah, you don't want to give them a whole piece like this and they end up getting choked. So.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
But I didn't put no ingredients like soy sauce or anything. I just put rock salt, and that was just fine as it is. And
well, thank you.
we just hope they enjoy the food.
Oh, thank you to Lono. He's a valuable member of the Filipino community.
Maybe
Thank
we
you,
can
Lono.
do it next year, man.
Yeah, okay, Lono. All right, we're doing interviews for our archives of the Filipino community, and this is Kay Baguio. She is actually one of our original members in the Filipino community and one of our most valuable members, and she's part of the history of our culture here in Sonoma County. How have you seen the community changing over the years, Kay?
Well, you know, more Filipinos have moved into the area, so that, of course, that gives us of the originals, you know, there were only few that did come from the Philippines as far as ladies were concerned. But we that were married to Filipinos felt adopted the culture of the Philippines, and we among the group, there were several of us that used to formed a little ladies club, and we had our socials and box socials, and we tried to teach our children what we learned from our husbands and from the few that were in the area.
How early was that?
1943.
1943.
Mhm.
That's definitely part of our history. Well, thank you, Kay.
You're welcome.
Okay, right now we have Victor Villafuerte, president of our Filipino community in 1991, and Polly Yoro, who is our recording secretary, and you see they're in conversation together. And why don't we interrupt their conversation and ask them a couple of questions? What is the progress of the Filipino community? How do you see it growing here in Sonoma County? Let's ask Vic first. Victor?
Well, membership has grown about 200%, and we're getting more membership. And I think Filipino Americans all over the country now, because of the press and the media, I think they know that we are existing here. So, yeah, we're getting more members.
Okay, thank you very much. And Polly, let's say a few words to the historical archives that we're doing here. And you've been recording secretary now for 3 years, haven't you?
Yes, this is my 4th year.
And what has that experience been like for you, Polly?
Well, it's really been nice because I've been able to really mingle with the Filipinos here, both young and old, and I've learned a lot. And I really feel good about what I'm doing. I really do. And it's kind of rewarding, very nice.
Why is it so important to keep the Filipino culture alive as we progress through the 90s and here into the 2000s even?
Why is it important?
Yes.
Well, we are known here as a Filipino group, and we're a very good people, and we just want everyone to know that we do exist here, and that's important to me, letting everyone know that we are here.
Thank you, Polly Yaro.
Thank you.
Okay, this is Beth Navarro. She's one of our valuable members also of our Filipino Community Club here in Fulton. Very active. She works full-time and has a family, but still she puts so much of her time and effort into making sure that all events are successful. And let's ask Beth today how she's seen the Filipino community grow and progress, and her perceptions of the Filipino community over these last 13 years.
It's growing. We do have a lot of younger people now, younger members, getting involved, which is very promising, and I hope it will continue.
Okay, thank you, Beth. Okay, this is, can I get your name?
Helen Hintereder from the Sonoma County Library.
Well, thank you for coming today. How did you get the idea this is all about Philippines?
Right. Well, I selected books that I thought would be of interest so that the community would know what we have and what kind of services we might provide to them, and also to get information as to what they'd like to see in the library.
Well, we're so impressed that you would care about the Filipino community. Is this something that's just the library's program, or just you personally? Or?
No, this is the library's program.
So wonderful. Yes. And how did you find out about the Fiesta?
Well, I have been talking to Beth and wanting to talk to her women's group, and then she said, well, why don't you come to the Fiesta? And I said, fine, will you have a table for us?
Oh, well,
and this is just the perfect thing.
It is. Well, thank you, Helen. Can you get a shot of all the books on the table that she so generously has brought to us today? It's a wonderful thing when the larger community knows and cares about us, and we just feel so acknowledged. Thank you very much.
Thank you for inviting us.
Here we are at a very wonderful booth, the Cakes and Desserts booth, and we have the first Filipino woman in Sonoma County, Mrs. Felisa Asuelo, and right now she's selling some desserts, but we'll get a word from her in a few minutes. You see there, she's there. She looks very young. You wouldn't know that she was here in 1938. She came here and she had 3 children, Faye, Sonny, and Polly. And there she is. And here, let's have a word from Mrs. Asuelo. She's our first Filipina in Sonoma County and one of our most valuable members in our Filipino community. And let's ask her, how are you enjoying the fiesta today?
Oh, fine, thank you. Yeah.
How many fiestas have you been to?
Oh, since the beginning of the center.
That's a lot of fiestas. Well, enjoy yourself today, Mrs. Osvaldo.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I enjoy it so much.
Thank you very much. And this is her daughter over here, Faye. She came up for the day to help, and she's been born and raised in Sonoma County. How are you enjoying yourself, Faye?
Oh, great. This is fun.
See all the cakes she made?
I didn't make them all, but I wish you could be here.
Thank you, Faye. Okay. Here's Faye Taralba, and she's also one of our most valuable members and one of our original members here in the Philippine community. And Faye, how have you seen the Filipino community grow, and are there any changes since it first began?
Yes, I think it has grown a lot. And I think we are doubling the number now. Yeah, from the original one, okay?
So, and how are you enjoying the fiesta today?
Very much.
A lot of work.
Lots of work, but it's a happiness too for all the people, see?
Okay. All right. Thank you, Faye. Okay. Okay, this is Vanita. Vanita, can you say your whole name, please, for us?
Vanita Frederick.
And Vanita, she has been in charge of all the entertainment for the fiestas and does a wonderful job, almost single-handedly. Can you tell what it's like for you to put all these entertainments together?
Well, it's very interesting and very hard and very difficult because we have no shows, and then we have shows, and then we have... Then all of our dancers some of them are beginners, and we're doing all the national Filipino dances, and I have a group of my own that are doing Latin American and Caribbean, which is associated by Manila from history, and we're going to have a band for dancing and raffles. And it's quite hard. And also, Ompin Villaforte has been a very good side lady for me in doing the dances, the Filipino dances.
Hey.
All right, thank you,
Thank you,
Marianne.
Vanita.
And Marianne's wonderful on PR.
Okay, thank you. Tell me when to go. Okay, you can see there are many booths here at the fiesta today. Today is June the 9th in 1991. There's the San Miguel booth, beer booth, and that's going to be a popular booth today. It's hot. It feels like it's already about 100 degrees. And you can see a line already to get the San Miguel beer. You know, it looks good. It looks really refreshing. There we go. And there's Lita over there selling the beer, and Stan Waichaki's over there. And hello there. We're talking about San Miguel beer. It's the best, huh? That's right. Drinking the best. That's San Miguel.
Number one.
Number one. Ito ang beer. Okay, and as we scan around, we just, oh, here. There's a chicken barbecue right there where people can buy their lunches. That's traditional every year. I believe this year you get rice, barbecue chicken, a salad. Look at that huge meal that little boy's carrying. That's about $3.99. It's a good, wonderful, good deal. Isn't that? Look at that meal. And then you scan around to the pancit and lumpia booth. You can buy those separately. Nice hot lumpia and pancit, traditional foods from the Philippines, authentically made by our own barangay here and the women of the Filipino community. Then the cakes and desserts booth. This is being run by the Asuelo family, but donating their time to help out and sell all these beautiful cakes and bibingkas and traditional Filipino desserts. And as you go down around, you can see there are all kinds of booths. The watermelon booth, the halo-halo booth, which is a Filipino snow cone, lots of ice and different flavorings of papaya and mango. And look at the people walking around, and it's only 11:30. Okay. And as you see, there's Benita in the red over there with her husband, he's Mabuhaha, the clown today. He's been handing out balloons to all the kids. And as you scan around, you see the outside of the Filipino Community Center. This is the back of the center. And as you scan around, you just see a lot of people already, and it's only 11:30. Really, you'll see there'll probably be hundreds of more people coming in the next hour and 2 hours. The dances and entertainment actually starts on the stage in about a half an hour, so we're going to be saving some tape to take pictures of that.
No. You stay here.
Okay, now these are the most valuable members of our Filipino community, because without them we would not have a Filipino community, and they paved the road for us. They were the ones that came here first, and we're proud to be here, and the fact that they worked so hard to establish the Filipino presence in Sonoma County. How are you enjoying the fiesta today? Can I have your full name, please?
Joe Rivera.
That's right. Joe Rivera was just in the paper the other day. How are you enjoying yourself?
I enjoy it pretty much.
How is it different today than it was when you first came? Is it much better now?
It's much better now. Yeah. Yeah, it's much better.
And how many fiestas have you come to?
Well, ever since it started,
So,
I've been here.
see the presence of we have had at least 13 fiestas, so you've been to at least 13 fiestas, and should be a real fun one today. And can I get your full name, sir?
Mariano Anciano.
This is Mariano Anciano, and we've all heard Mariano's name many times. He plays in a musical instrument.
Yeah. Huh?
Which musical instrument do you play, Mariano?
Steel guitar, Hawaiian steel guitar.
Wow, and you know how hard steel guitar is to play. That's a real talent. How do you like the music today?
I don't know yet, because the program didn't start yet.
So we will have a real good critic here with Mariano today. Are you enjoying yourself?
Oh, I enjoy it, yes.
Have some of that good San Miguel beer?
Huh?
Have some of that good San Miguel beer.
Yeah. Oh, no, every year.
Okay.
Every time.
Ito ang beer.
Every year.
Okay. And here, may I get your full name, sir, please?
Raimundo Gonzalez.
Raimundo Gonzalez, a wonderful name. How long?
How old I am?
No. How long have you been in the United States?
United States since 1929.
Wow, now he is absolutely part of our history and one of our manongs who worked hard so that we could be here having fun today. How are you enjoying the fiesta?
Oh, I enjoy very much. Otherwise, I will not be here.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, and enjoy yourselves today.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Thank you. All right. Okay, now we're talking to Al Anciano, and he is one of our old-timers in the Filipino community, one of our valuable members. And how are you enjoying the fiesta today?
Oh, very good.
And you like this?
Yeah.
Is this like the fiesta in the Philippines?
Oh, I don't know. I'm here.
Al, how long have you been in the United States?
I'm here in 27.
1927. Now that's wonderful. Again, he's one of our pioneers who paved the way for us here from 1927 to today, 1991, and we're proud to have him as one of our manongs.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here with us, enjoying the day today.
Oh, thank you too.
Okay.
See, 1927.
Yeah.
This one is going to be Pete Tapian. He's 92.
Oh.
And he doesn't look it.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Hi, Pete. How are you? All right. Oh, good. And Mano. Here.
His name.
What is your name again? What is your name again?
What?
What is your name?
Sam Dancel.
Sam. Okay. Sam Dancel. Huh?
Okay.
Meet Mary Ann.
Hello, how are you? This is Pete Tapia. We want to get in a little interview on our film here for the Filipino community. And here we have Pete Tapian and Sam Danzel. And again, these are such valuable members of our Filipino community. These are our pioneers who paved the way for us to be here. And we are very grateful to them. And we always want the community to know that we honor our manongs who have worked so hard, because without them we wouldn't be here today enjoying ourselves at this fiesta.
That's right.
Yes, that's true. So, Pete, how do you like the Filipino community today?
Oh, beautiful. And it seems to be success. They draw a lot of crowd. And looks beautiful to me this year.
Thank you. And when were you first here in America, Pete?
I come here 1924.
1924, truly one of our first pioneers. We are so fortunate to have him here and know that how hard he worked to pave the way for all the Filipinos to come later.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, and how are these young Filipinos today?
Well, it's hard to describe.
Hard to know, huh?
Hard to know, yeah.
And how about Sam? How are you? Sam, when were you first here in America?
Well, I came here in 1929.
1929, another one of our original pioneers.
I was here in Santa Rosa since 1935.
Since 1935. And the Filipino, there weren't too many Filipinos then, were there?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Mostly men.
Yeah.
And how are you enjoying the fiesta today?
Oh, just fine. Maybe the most crowd
It's a big
this year.
Oh, bigger crowd this year.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you eat a lot and drink a lot and have some fun.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you
Yes,
so
ma'am.
much.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye, thank you. Yes, salamat ho. Okay. No, it's for the archives. Okay, right now we're going to be talking in a few moments to Rufina Tabor. Actually, she was the second Filipino woman in Sonoma County. She was here in 1945, and had met Mrs. Asuelo, the first Filipino woman, at a fish market of all things. As they were going shopping, they looked at one another and they said to each other, "Are you Filipina?" And they were so happy to meet one another and made friends with one another right away. So we'll have a few words from Mrs. Tabor in just a few minutes.
Hello.
See, she's very busy. She doesn't. She's too busy to have a few words. This will be forever in the archives. This is really, truly a part of her personality, which is okay. This is my mother. Okay, we'll come back to her another time. We'll get a shot of her on the side.
I'd like to request everybody to have a minute of silent prayer for all our departed members. American National Anthem to be sung or led by Venezuela. Venezuela, waiting for you.
Mabuhay!
We'll appreciate if everybody will join Venezuela. Thank you.
will do the Filipino national anthem. And again, I hope all the Filipinos still remember the lyrics. Thank you.
Sa dibdib mo'y buhay, lupang hinirap, tuyang kanyang magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka masisiil, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bughaw, may dilag ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal, ang tagumpang tawat mo'y tagumpay na nagnilingning, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pamay di magdililing, lupa ng araw ng buwan, ating magsinta, buhay lang hilig sa piling mo. Ang ligaya dapat may mag-aakit, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, thank you everybody. And any program will not be complete if we will not hear from the leader of a group. So let us welcome the president of the Filipino American Community of Sonoma County, Inc., Mr. Vic Villapuerte. Vic, let's give him a big hand.
My friends, ladies and gentlemen, around this time of the year, every year, we celebrate the annual Fiesta Filipina, coinciding with the Philippine Independence Day. In behalf of the Filipino American Community of Sonoma County Incorporated, I would like to welcome you all to the 30th anniversary of this yearly gathering, an event that most of us look forward to with special occasion. It is an occasion to renew old friendships and to make new ones. For some of us, it is a time to catch up on significant events happening to each other's families who, because of varying goals in life, cannot be together more often. It is also a time for remembering. It was just a little less than a century ago where the Philippine flag was first raised in our homeland, in the province of Cavite, after many years of bloody struggle. During the course of this day, you will see the traditional Philippine folklore dancing and singing, as well as other forms of entertainment. There is the usual display of exclusive Filipino foods prepared by members of our association to delight you. For the bargain hunters, there are various kinds of sales where you will find exactly what you've been looking for. This is the major sale of the year. So have fun and treat yourselves with a lot of merchandise made available for you. Drawing of the raffle tickets will be held periodically during the program, and tickets are available until the last drawing. Your $1 donation for each raffle ticket will go a long way for the community. For those who would like to become members of our association, please approach the sign over there with raffle tickets, membership sign. Somebody will be very happy to assist you. I truly appreciate your coming over and take the time out to spend this lovely spring day with us. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. I wish everyone a good time. Thank you very much.
The next number on our program is a history of Philippine culture. We have a special guest today who is a correspondent of the Philippine News, who about 2 years ago wrote the Press Democrat columnist Miss Gay Leveron to do something or to do a write-up about the Filipinos. If you had a chance to read the June 2nd issue of the Press Democrat, there was a good write-up done by Miss Gay Leveron in coordination with Mary Ann Tabor. But the lady I'm about to introduce to you attempted to do that on her own volition about 2 years ago. And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Lenny Ferwell, as correspondent of the Philippine News.
Hi. I am also a student of Asian American Studies at Sonoma State, so I have recently become very interested in Philippine history. So I think it's not coincidence that I have been asked to talk about Philippine history for the next 5 or 10 minutes, so bear with me. How many of you here are first wave Filipino Americans? First wave are those that came, no, there must not be any, because the first wave came in the early 1900s. The second wave of Filipino-American immigrants, we still do have some Manoms, we call them. Do we have any Manoms here? Can you raise your hands, please? How many of you are third wave? Those of you who arrived 1965 and later. How many of you were born here to Filipino parents? I just want to see who's listening, that's why I'm asking. Bienvenido Santos, I don't know if you've heard of his name, but he is one of the more famous Filipino-American writers. He said, "We can only be proud of what we could be if we know what we were." What do you know about Philippine history before we became a colony of Spain and before we became a colony of the United States? Did you know that the Philippine archipelago was formed 16 million years ago? That before that we were connected by land bridges to the Asian mainland? Did you know that 24 to 22,000 years ago they found recently they had found the Palawan man. The first sign of Homo sapiens in the Philippines was found in Palawan. Did you know that 13,000 years ago until 500 BC, Malayo-Polynesian migrations from Asian mainland arrived in the Philippines? There were also the Aisas or the Negritos that we believe descended from the natives of Papua, which probably were related to the natives of Africa that also came to the island. Did you know that from the 2nd to the 9th century, we were already trading with China and other Asian countries? By the 13th century, we were trading with Arabs. We were trading ginger, cinnamon, garlic, and in turn the Arabs were selling this to Greece and Rome. We also by that time had iron tools, and we were trading in gold dust or gold and glass beads. And by the 15th century, Islamic missionaries arrived, converting the Muslims predominantly now in Mindanao. And then in 1521, Magellan arrived. So by the time the Spanish came, the Filipino natives already had a rich history and a rich oral literary tradition. By that time, we had alphabet that was mainly influenced by Arabic language. The independent barangays had set up their own economic, social, and political systems that worked for them. They had developed their own belief system, which at the time was fairly polytheistic and animistic and very much believed in the spirit world, much the same that we do today. Now, the Philippine history books that you have read would have you believe that the Philippine natives willingly accepted the conquerors. I am finding out in my readings now that that is not true. There were blood compacts that were not willingly entered into. There were some.
Wearing a terno with butterfly sleeves is Anita Stewart. She's not here. I'm sorry about that. I was not told beforehand. How about Alex Sutherland? Terno with butterfly sleeves too. I have to apologize, Alex. I'm not sure who you are, who you parents. Maybe I should have, I should spend more of my time to meet everybody, which I want to do in really. Thank you, Alex. Columbia Colosito is the next on Apatadyong. I don't know how I can translate Patadyong in English. As you can see, I'm not a professional, whatever you call it. But anyway, Columbia, that's great. Thank you very much. Another Patadyong will be presented by Tamara Newman. Let's give her a big hand. And last but not least, we have at least one male participant on the Tagalog. Sorry. Tagalog is for men. Sorry. Her name. Marie. Yeah. I know her mother. Bertie. And I don't know her name, but she is one of the stars of the West Side play done by Ursuline, and they made a lot of money. Right? Right. And that's Barong Tagalog. Now I'm sure this is a male participant. Nonong Dorego. Or in about Tagalog. Nonong? Background of Barong Tagalog. That is what our national hero, Dr. Rizal, used and made famous now. Thank you very much. Let's give them a big hand. Okay, again.
professionals here, right? But we're having fun, right? Let's give them a big hand.
Bring a Linda house. Saho you huiano dano. Mangita o kapaniban. Ahay. Sa tanaman o sa kabulagan.
Subhad Muket Reka Kupit Muken Ranga Yam Tilaw Nai Patsang Sangitak Ipan ng Laksit Muken Naya
Yeah, it's okay.
Awang kanu nawawa na. Cuma i-report si insurance.
Let's give them a big hand. This was beautiful. Thank you for being and calling. Thank you very much.